Nearly $2,000. Gone. That's what this fridge costs you every year. Packed to the back. And you'll still stand in its light and say it out loud. There's nothing to eat. So let the fridge tell on you. The spinach you bought to be healthy, now liquid in the drawer. 3 mustards all open. Yogurt, one day past a date you never understood. Leftovers you forgot you owned. None of it is dinner. All of it is money. So why does a fridge this full leave you with nothing to eat? It isn't discipline. It's a trap, built into what you see, who you shop for, and what you call dinner. Start with the simplest reason. You can't actually see what you own. In 2020, economists at Penn State used real purchase data to measure how much food households waste. The average American household throws out about a third of the food it buys. A third. Close to $1,900 a year, into the trash. And even the most careful home in the study still wasted almost 9%. Here's how a third of your groceries vanishes. The best, coldest spots for produce are the drawers in the back, where you can't see them. So food gets pushed behind food, out of sight. There's a name for it, refrigerator blindness. You open the door, look right at a full shelf, and never register what's hiding behind the front row. That forgotten bag didn't rot because you're lazy. It rotted because you never saw it again. But there's a deeper reason the good stuff dies in the back. Look at who you were shopping for. In 2010, researchers at Harvard and Wharton studied thousands of online grocery orders and found something almost funny. The further ahead people scheduled delivery, the healthier they shopped. More vegetables, less ice cream. Order for next week, you buy kale. Order for tonight, you buy the ice cream. You don't shop for the person who drags in exhausted at 6. You shop for a better, future you, the one who meal preps and eats the salad. And here's the twist buried in that Penn State data. The households with the healthiest diets, buying the most fresh produce, wasted more food, not less. Because fresh is exactly what spoils. The kale is a promise, and the promise goes bad in about a week. And be honest, right now you're already picturing someone's fridge. The 3 open mustards, the greens nobody's ever going to cook. Hit like, subscribe, and send this to them. Gently. You didn't buy groceries. You bought a version of yourself and didn't become her in time. Which brings us to the strangest part. Full fridge, nothing to eat. Because a full fridge isn't full of meals, it's full of ingredients. And ingredients are homework. At 6 o'clock, after a day of 1,000 tiny decisions, your brain won't solve a puzzle with an onion and a sad pepper. It wants a meal. So you close the door on $100 of food and reach for your phone. And none of it leaves because you can't bring yourself to throw it out. Part of that's simple. Tossing food feels like tossing money. But the bigger reason is a date you're misreading. Those sell by and best by labels aren't safety dates. A manufacturer set them for peak quality. In a landmark 2013 report, the Natural Resources Defense Council and Harvard Law School found 91% of Americans throw food out over a date that was never about safety at all. The yogurt was fine, you threw out fine. A full fridge isn't full of food, it's full of decisions you keep not making until they make themselves in the trash. But here's what almost nobody notices. The problem was never how much food you have. It's that the food you'd actually eat is invisible, buried behind everything you won't. And there's a simple way to change what your fridge shows you first. When you can only see what you're about to eat, nothing to eat quietly disappears. So here's the fix. Not a bigger fridge. Not a brutal Sunday, judging every jar you own. Quieter than that. You change what you see first, and let the fridge do the deciding. Start with one move you can do tonight, in 5 minutes. Clear one shelf at eye level, the first thing you see when the door opens, and make it your Eat Me First zone. Anything opened, any leftover, anything about to turn comes to the front. in something clear you can see straight through. That corner is now the only place your tired brain has to look. Second, before you open a delivery app, open the fridge and cook one meal out of that front zone. Shop your own kitchen first. Most nights, dinner is already in there. You just couldn't see it. Third, buy for the week you'll actually cook, not the week you wish you would. Buy for the tired you. And one small rule, nothing new comes in until the front zone is clear. So the good stuff never gets buried twice. Here's why this works when willpower never did. You don't eat the food you own, you eat the food you can see. Waste was never a character flaw. It's a visibility problem. Put the food you'll actually eat where your eyes land first, and you eat it. No discipline required. If a 5-minute shelf just reframed your whole kitchen, that's the kind of quiet fix this channel is built on, one ordinary room at a time. So subscribe and stick around. One more thing, that front zone needs room. So look at your fridge again, not at the shelves, at the wasted air above them. Half the height of most shelves is dead space. A few clear stackable bins, a turntable for the jars in the door, and suddenly everything's visible. And the same rule works right outside the fridge. That counter beside it, buried under coffee pods. A keeper's holder mounts them under the cabinet, right next to the fridge, off the counter, still in reach. I'll leave it below. See it, reach it, or it gets buried. And that doesn't stop at the fridge door. So one ordinary evening, you open your fridge. It's just as full as it ever was, but now it's full of food you can see, and food you'll actually eat. No liquid spinach. No mystery container. Just dinner, right where your eyes land first. You reach in, and there's nothing to eat isn't true anymore. A whole fridge full of food, and finally, something to eat. Nearly $2,000. And now it's dinner. So before you go, tell me one thing down in the comments. What's the one thing in your fridge you always rebuy and always find a forgotten one already hiding in the back?